Hello and welcome to the session on simple harmonic motion. If the position of the body changes with time, then the body is said to be in motion. If the motion is expressed in terms of sine or cosine functions, which are harmonic functions, then the motion is called harmonic motion. If harmonic motion can be described in terms of the simplest known types of periodic motion, that is uniform circular motion, then it is called simple harmonic motion, SHM. This explanation is just qualitative. Let us give a quantitative explanation to the word simple. The word simple is used in front of harmonic motion when harmonic motion has constant amplitude and has a single frequency. Definition of simple harmonic motion. A particle is said to execute simple harmonic motion if it moves to and fro about a fixed point under the action of a restoring force, which is directly proportional to the displacement from the fixed point and is always directed towards the fixed point. This fixed point is called mean point or equilibrium position. It is called mean position because it lies in the middle of the line of oscillation. It is called equilibrium position because at this point the resultant force acting on the particle is 0. Let the displacement of the particle from the mean position be x and F be the force acting on the particle. Then F is proportional to minus x, that is F is equal to minus Cx. Negative sign shows that x and F are oppositely directed. C is called the force constant or spring constant. C is called the force constant because it is a constant connecting force with displacement 0. C is the restoring force per unit displacement. Its unit is Newton per meter. C is called spring constant because the restoring force F has the property of spring force. In the case of spring, the value of C depends upon the length, thickness, material of the wire, etc. Linear and angular simple harmonic motion. If the motion takes place under restoring force, it is called linear simple harmonic motion. If the motion takes place under restoring torque, it is called angular simple harmonic motion. Examples of linear simple harmonic motion. First one, oscillations of a loaded spring. Second one, vibrations of atoms and molecules. Third one, vibrations of tuning fork. Examples of angular simple harmonic motion. First one, oscillation of a torsion pendulum. Second one, vibration of a balanced wheel of a watch. Third one, oscillation of a freely suspended magnet in uniform magnetic field. Differential equation of simple harmonic motion. From the definition of simple harmonic motion, we have F is proportional to minus x, that is F is equal to minus Cx, where F is the restoring force acting on a body of mass m executing simple harmonic motion along x axis, and x is its drop from the equilibrium position at any instant t, and C is called the force constant. But F is equal to ma, which is equal to m into d square x by dt square from Newton's second law. That is m into d square x by dt square is equal to minus Cx, or d square x by dt square is equal to minus C by m into x, that is d square x divided by dt square plus omega square x is equal to 0. Let it be equation number 1, where omega square is equal to C divided by m. This equation is the differential equation of simple harmonic motion, where omega is angular frequency given by omega is equal to 2 pi divided by t. Therefore, 2 pi divided by t is equal to square root of C by m. Period of oscillation t is equal to 2 pi into square root of m by c. Frequency of oscillation gamma is equal to 1 by t, which is equal to 1 by 2 pi into square root of C by m. The solution of this equation can be written as x is equal to a into sine omega t plus phi. Solution of differential equation for simple harmonic motion for velocity, displacement, period and acceleration. First one, velocity. The differential equation of simple harmonic motion is d square x divided by dt square plus omega square x is equal to 0. Multiplying both sides by 2 into dx by dt, we get 2 into dx by dt into d square x by dt square plus 2 into dx by dt into omega square x is equal to 0. Integrating, we get dx by dt whole square plus omega square x square is equal to c1. Let it be equation number 2, where c1 is the constant of integration. When the displacement is maximum, that is x is equal to a, the velocity dx by dt is equal to 0. Substituting in equation 2, we get 0 square plus omega square a square is equal to c1, that is omega square a square is equal to c1. Therefore, dx by dt the whole square plus omega square x square is equal to omega square a square. That is dx by dt the whole square is equal to omega square into a square minus x square, or dx by dt is equal to omega into square root of a square minus x square. Let it be equation number 3. This is the equation for the velocity of a particle at any time t. At the equilibrium position x is equal to 0, v is equal to a into omega, that is the velocity is maximum at the mean position. At the extreme position x is equal to plus or minus a, v is equal to omega into square root of a square minus x square, which is equal to 0. That is the velocity is 0 at the extreme positions. 2. Displacement. Velocity of a particle is given by dx by dt is equal to omega into square root of a square minus x square. That is dx divided by square root of a square minus x square is equal to omega into dt. Integrating, we get sin inverse of x by a is equal to omega t plus phi. That is x by a is equal to sin omega t plus phi, or x is equal to a into sin omega t plus phi. Let it be equation number 4. This is the equation for the displacement of a particle at any time t. Here a is the amplitude and omega t plus phi is called the phase. Phase of a particle executing simple harmonic motion at an instant gives the position and direction of motion of the particle at that instant. Phi is the constant of integration appearing in the sine function and is called the phase constant or initial phase. Omega is the angular frequency. From equation 4, we can see that the maximum value of x is a when sin omega t plus phi is equal to 1. The positions where x is equal to plus a or x is equal to minus a are called extreme positions. 3. Period. The equation for the displacement of the particle at any time t is x is equal to a into sin omega t plus phi. Suppose the time t is increased by 2 pi divided by omega. Then x is equal to a into sin omega into t plus 2 pi by omega plus phi, which is equal to a into sin omega t plus 2 pi plus phi, which is equal to a into sin omega t plus phi. Thus, the displacement of a particle is the same after a time t is equal to 2 pi divided by omega. Hence, 2 pi divided by omega is the period of motion. That is, t is equal to 2 pi divided by omega, which is equal to 2 pi into square root of m by c. This is expression for the period. 4. Acceleration. Acceleration of a particle executing simple harmonic motion at an instant t is d square x by dt square is equal to minus omega square x. At the equilibrium position x is equal to 0, alpha is equal to 0. At the extreme position x is equal to a, alpha is equal to minus omega square into a, which is the maximum value. Dynamics of simple harmonic motion. In the last session, we defined simple harmonic motion by means of kinematic properties as expressed by x is equal to a into sin omega t plus phi, and also discussed the kind of force given by F is equal to m into d square x by dt square required to produce simple harmonic motion. However, one can prove that given an attractive force proportional to the displacement, the resulting motion is simple harmonic. f is equal to m into d square x by dt square, which is equal to minus cx. That is m into d square x by dt square plus cx is equal to 0. That is m into d square x by dt square plus omega square x is equal to 0. Let it be equation number 1, where omega square is equal to c divided by m. Equation 1 is differential equation. Let the solution of the above equation be x is equal to a into e raised to alpha t, so that d square x by dt square is equal to alpha square into a into e raised to alpha t, which is equal to alpha square x. Substituting this in equation 1, we get alpha square x plus omega square x is equal to 0, that is alpha square plus omega square into x is equal to 0. Since x not equal to 0, we find alpha square plus omega square is equal to 0, or alpha is equal to plus or minus I omega. Obviously, one obtains two independent solutions, x is equal to a1 into e raised to I omega t and x is equal to a2 into e raised to minus I omega t. The general solution is x is equal to a1 into e raised to I omega t plus a2 into e raised to minus I omega t, which is equal to a1 plus a2 into cos omega t plus I into a1 minus a2 sin omega t. We may note x is not complex, it is real. In fact, a1 and a2 are complex numbers in such a way that a1 plus a2 is real and a1 minus a2 is pure imaginary. Let us write a1 plus a2 is equal to a sin phi and I into a1 minus a2 is equal to a cos phi, where a and phi are two independent real constants. Thus, one obtains x is equal to a into sin omega t plus phi. This equation has two arbitrary constants, the amplitude a and the initial phase. We may note that this solution is equivalent to x is equal to a into cos omega t plus phi. If we make a1 plus a2 is equal to a cos phi and I into a1 minus a2 is equal to a sin phi, both the solutions are equally valid, and which one solution holds for a given motion is decided by the value of the initial phase phi at t is equal to 0. In general, the two equations can be expressed as x is equal to a into e raised to I omega t plus phi, where it is understood that either the real part a cos omega t plus phi or the imaginary part a sin omega t plus phi corresponds to actual physical situation in question. Thus, we verify the fact that an attractive force proportional to the displacement produces simple harmonic motion. We may note that the differential equation 1 appears in many different situations in physics. Wherever this equation is found, we may note that the corresponding phenomenon is oscillatory according to the law a sin omega t plus phi or a cos omega t plus phi, whether the equation is describing a linear or angular displacement of the particle, a current in an electric circuit, or the ion concentration in a plasma, the temperature of a body, or any of a multitude of other physical situations. Energy of a simple harmonic oscillator. A particle or a system executing simple harmonic motion is called a simple harmonic oscillator. A harmonic oscillator executes simple harmonic motion under the action and the restoring force. This force always opposes the displacement of the particle. So, to displace the particle against this force, work must be done. This work done is stored in the particle as its potential energy Pe. Since the particle is in the motion, it has kinetic energy Ke. The sum of potential energy and kinetic energy is always constant, provided part of this energy is not used to overcome frictional resistance, etc. Expression for potential energy, kinetic energy and total energy. First on potential energy Pe. Consider a particle of mass m executing simple harmonic motion along a line A or B, figure 1, with O as in the equilibrium position and A and B as the extreme positions. the force acting on the particle F is equal to minus Cx, where x is the displacement of the particle and c is the force constant. C is equal to m into omega square. Omega is the angular frequency. Work done to displace the particle by dx is equal to applied force x into dx. That is, dw is equal to plus cx dx. Total work done in displacing the particle by x from its equilibrium position is w is equal to integral from 0 to x cx dx, which is equal to c into x square divided by 2 between the limits 0 and x, which is equal to c into x square by 2, that is equal to cx square by 2. Potential energy U is equal to 1 by 2 into cx square, which is equal to 1 by 2 into m omega square x square, since omega square is equal to c by m. At equilibrium position x is equal to 0, U is equal to 1 by 2 into c into 0 square, which is equal to 0. At extreme position x is equal to a, U is equal to 1 by 2 into c into a square and is maximum. Therefore, U maximum is equal to 1 by 2 into c a square, which is equal to 1 by 2 into m into omega square into a square. Second, on kinetic energy Ke. The particle is oscillating, so it has kinetic energy due to its motion denoted by t. The velocity of the particles at a distance x from its equilibrium position is v is equal to omega into square root of a square minus x square. Kinetic energy is equal to 1 by 2 into m into omega square into a square minus x square, which is equal to 1 by 2 into c into a square minus x square. At x is equal to 0, t is equal to 1 by 2 into m omega square a square. T is maximum at the mean positions. T maximum is equal to 1 by 2 into m omega square a square, which is equal to 1 by 2 into c a square. At x is equal to a, t is equal to 1 by 2 into m omega square into a square minus a square, which is equal to 0. That is, t equal to 0 at the extreme position. Third one, total energy Te. At a displacement x, the total energy is E is equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy, which is equal to T plus U. That is, E is equal to 1 by 2 into c into a square minus x square plus 1 by 2 into cx square, which is equal to 1 by 2 into c a square minus 1 by 2 into cx square plus 1 by 2 into cx square, which is equal to 1 by 2 into c a square, that is equal to U maximum, which is equal to T maximum. Thus, the total energy does not depend on displacement. It is a constant at all positions and at all times. Total energy is given by E is equal to 1 by 2 into c a square, which is equal to 1 by 2 into m omega square a square, but omega is equal to 2 pi into v. Therefore, E is equal to 1 by 2 into m into 2 pi v whole square into a square, which is equal to 1 by 2 into m into 4 pi square v square a square, which is equal to 2 into pi square m v square a square. Graphs to show the variation of kinetic energy, potential energy and total energy. Graph A shows the variation of potential energy with displacement. It is a parabola. Graph B shows the variation of kinetic energy with displacement. It is an inverse parabola. Graph C is a straight line parallel to the x-axis, as the total energy is a constant and does not depend upon the displacement x. As we move away from the equilibrium positions towards the extreme position, the potential energy increases from 0 and kinetic energy decreases by an equal amount. At the extreme positions, kinetic energy is 0 and potential energy is maximum. Always, total energy remains constant. Classical limits of simple harmonic oscillator. The amplitude of a simple harmonic oscillator of given total energy E is given by A is equal to plus or minus square root of 2E divided by K. the maximum particle momentum is P is equal to m into V maximum, which is equal to m into a into omega. That is equal to m into square root of 2e divided by k into square root of k by m, which is equal to square root of 2 into m into e. Thus, for an oscillator of energy E, the displacement between the limits plus square root of 2e by k and minus square root of 2e by k, while the momentum lies between the limits plus square root of 2me and minus square root of 2me. These are sometimes referred to as the classical limits of an oscillator of total energy E and has a finite probability of being found outside the classical limits. Superposition of two simple harmonic motions. When a particle is simultaneously under the influence of two or more harmonic oscillations, it will describe a motion which is the resultant of all these motions. When a constituent vibrations are in a straight line, the resultant is given by the algebraic sum of the individual displacements, and when at right angles, the particle describes a closed curve called Lissajous figure. When two harmonic oscillations of the same direction being added differ only slightly in frequency produce resultant oscillations called beat. We shall now study the various cases of superposition of two simple harmonic motions. Superposition of two simple harmonic motions, same direction, same frequency, case of interference. Let the two simple harmonic motions of same frequency superposed or each other in the same direction are x1 is equal to a1 cos omega t plus alpha 1 and x2 is equal to a2 cos omega t plus alpha 2. The resultant displacement of the particle is given by x is equal to x1 plus x2, which is equal to a1 cos omega t plus alpha 1 plus a2 cos omega t plus alpha 2, which is equal to a into cos omega t plus alpha, where a is equal to square root of a1 square plus a2 square plus 2a1 a2 cos delta, and delta is equal to alpha 1 minus alpha 2. If alpha 2 is equal to alpha 1, then delta is equal to 0, that is, two motions are in phase. Their rotating vectors are parallel and a is equal to a1 plus a2. Obviously, two simple harmonic motions interfere by reinforcement because of their amplitudes add. If alpha 2 is equal to alpha 1 plus pi, then delta is equal to pi. That is, two simple harmonic motions are in opposition. Their rotating vectors are anti-parallel. And if a1 greater than a2, we have a is equal to a1 minus a2. Obviously, two simple harmonic motions interfere by alternation because of their amplitudes subtract. If a1 equal to a2, the two simple harmonic motions completely cancel each other. If alpha 2 is equal to alpha 1 plus pi by 2, then delta is equal to pi by 2. The rotating vectors are perpendicular, and it is said that two simple harmonic motions are in quadrature. Then we have a is equal to square root of a1 square plus a2 square. Superposition of two simple harmonic motions, same direction, different frequency. Let us consider case of two intersecting simple harmonic motions in the same direction but of different frequencies omega 1 and omega 2. For simplicity, let us assume that alpha 1 is equal to 0 and alpha 2 is equal to 0. Thus, the two lines are described by the equations x1 is equal to a1 into cos omega 1 t and x2 is equal to a2 into cos omega 2 t. The resultant motion x is equal to x1 plus x2, which is equal to a1 into cos omega 1 t plus a2 into cos omega 2 t, is not simple harmonic. However, the amplitude of the motion is obtained as a is equal to square root of a1 square plus a2 square plus 2a1 a2 cos omega 1 minus omega 2 square, and it oscillates between the values a is equal to a1 plus a2 when omega 1 minus omega 2 into t is equal to 2n pi, and a is equal to modulus of a1 minus a2 when omega 1 minus omega 2 is equal to 2n pi plus pi. Obviously, the amplitude is modulated. one obtains the frequency of amplitude oscillation as gamma is equal to omega 1 minus omega 2 all divided by 2 pi, which is equal to gamma 1 minus gamma 2. Clearly, gamma is equal to the difference between the frequencies of the two interfering motions. Figure 3 shows that the variation of A with T. The situation described arises when, for example, two tuning forks of close but different frequencies are vibrating simultaneously at very nearby places. The fluctuation in the intensity of sound is termed beats. The fluctuation is due to the change in amplitude. If A1 equal to A2, we obtain A is equal to x1 plus x2, which is equal to A1 into cos omega 1 t plus omega 2 t, which is equal to 2 into A1 cos 1 by 2 into omega 1 minus omega 2 t into cos of 1 by 2 into omega 1 plus omega 2 t. Obviously, the motion is oscillating with the angular frequency 1 by 2 into omega 1 plus omega 2 and amplitude 2A1 cos 1 by 2 omega 1 minus omega 2 t. The plot of x against t is shown in figure 4, in which the dashed line shows the modulation of amplitude. A graph of amplitude is shown in figure 5. The frequency of pulsation of the amplitude, called as the frequency of beats, equals the difference between the frequencies of the oscillations being added. We may note that the factor 2 into A1 cos 1 by 2 omega 1 minus omega 2 t is only determines the amplitude, but also affects the phase oscillations. Let me summarize the session. A particle is said to execute simple harmonic motion if it moves to and fro about a fixed point under the action of a restoring force, which is directly proportional to the displacement from a fixed point and is always directed towards the fixed point. If motion takes place under a restoring force, it is called a linear simple harmonic motion. If the motion takes place under a restoring torque, it is called an angular simple harmonic motion. A particle executing simple harmonic motion is called simple harmonic oscillator. When a particle is simultaneously under the influence of two or more harmonic oscillators, it will give a motion which is the resultant of all these motion. Now you can try to answer the questions given here. First one, what is a linear simple harmonic motion? Give examples. Second one, find the solution of the differential equation of simple harmonic motion for velocity. Third one, what is called beats? Fourth one, total energy of a simple harmonic oscillator remains constant. Explain. Fifth one, derive the expression for the period of simple harmonic motion. Now you can refer these books for further understanding. First one, Principles of Physics, 9th edition by Walker-Gill, Hobbox N.J. Wiley. Second one, Mechanics by S.L. Kakani, C. Hemrajani, Subra Kakani. Third one, Classical Mechanics by John R. Tyler, 2005, University Science Books. Thank you for watching this program. We can meet again with another topic. Till then, take care.